Before I became a mom, I thought I was going to be so overwhelmed. There was going to be so much chaos, and I was getting a lot of bad advice that was supposed to be good advice. But in the end, I actually surprised myself. I learned that a lot of this actually came naturally, and it comes naturally to a lot of people. And so that's why I want to share my experience with you all. Expectation versus reality. People tell you all this negative stuff. They will throw in a couple positives, but it tends to bring down the mood. It tends to change people's mindset about wanting to be a parent. And I'm going to share my actual reality and my expectations too. Now, don't get me wrong, there's definitely some challenges. There's a lot of hard days, some sleepless nights, but in the end, it's all worth it and you're going to figure it out. I want to share. I want to share some things that I've learned as a first-time mom. So whether you're pregnant, a first-time mom, second-time mom, whatever, I hope this video helps you out and hope you learn something. So there's this expectation, right? So I'm going to take this baby home from the hospital and I'm not going to have a clue what to do. But what I found actually was as soon as I had the baby, it was like a manual was downloaded in my brain and I knew exactly what to do. Not with everything, but with a lot of things, it just came naturally. When she was crying, I knew how to soothe her, or I figured it out. We all figured it out. My family, my boyfriend, we figured out what her favorite things were. We figured out how to soothe her, how to make her happy. And it just comes over time. It might take a week, it might take a few days, it might take a month, but eventually it's going to work out and you're going to figure it out. I think one of the biggest things people think about is that your life will never be the same. You'll never be able to go out again. You won't have friends anymore. Well, it is correct that your life won't be the same. You now have a new child in your life. So of course it's going to change, but you can still go out. You can still hang out with friends. I see my friends a lot, or, whenever I feel like hanging out, is what they would say. But I see my friends a lot. I go out a lot. After work, I go hang out. On the weekends, I go hang out. You will still have your life. You just have to figure out how to work around the baby, and the baby will also try to work around you. But you have to develop a schedule and a routine, and then eventually you'll get it down and you'll have your life. You're going to keep living. Things are going to keep moving, and it's going to be all right. Another big point, every baby is different. My baby is different from your baby. Your baby is different from your friend's baby. So yes, we can take advice from other people. You can take advice from me, and you'll just have to pick and choose what is actually relevant. I think we often look online and we're always like, okay, what milestone should my baby be hitting? Oh, well, so-and-so's baby is already crawling. You have to erase all of that because your baby is going to do things at the speed of which they can and they want to. You can't force them to do it. So, like I said, take advice from people, but take it with a grain of salt. Your baby is not the same as their baby, and you have to accept that. I'm always on TikTok looking up 3-month baby milestones, 4-month baby milestones. And of course, this can be helpful because you can get an idea of what to look forward to with your baby. But then I also had to reel myself back in and realize that she might not be hitting those milestones at 3 months. Instead, she could be hitting them at 4 months. And so that's when you really have to evaluate, take a step back, and not push yourself or try to push your baby, because then that could be stressful on you and make the situation harder than it needs to be. An expectation that I think a lot of people have is that they will lose themselves after they have the baby. And of course, you deal with a lot after you have the baby. Postpartum, you can deal with depression, anxiety, your whole mind is shifted. So of course, you're going to feel different. And I think they said it takes a year to feel like yourself again. But I can confidently say that I try to keep up and do the same things that I used to do before I had her. I'm still going to my sorority meetings. I'm still hanging out with my friends. I'm going shopping. I'm eating out as much as I want to. I'm doing what I still used to do, what I love to do. And she's just included in the mix, or she's at her grandparents' house, or she's with her father, whoever. But it changes, and that's okay. But you can still do what you love to do. Life does not have to be put on pause. We were on the plane the other day. Me and my family, we love to travel. We stay outside, we stay on a plane, we stay in the car, whatever. My girl was right there with me. She took her first plane ride at 4 months, 3 months. She'll be going to Hawaii soon too. Stay tuned for the vlog, stay tuned. I'm not gonna stop traveling just because of her. It might be a little extra baggage to bring along, but why not? I also want to encourage you to look back once you get a month in, 2 months in, 3 months in, and realize how much you've learned since, you know, you first had the baby up until this point. Because you're going to notice that your confidence as a mom is going to grow. You're going to realize how much you've actually learned, how much that you've actually had to adapt and change the situations. And I think you're really going to surprise yourself. I know that when I first had her, I was like, this is going to be crazy. I don't know what this is going to look like. And now we're 5 months in. We're 5 months in and I'm like, wow, I shocked myself. She's shocking me every day. And it's a great feeling. It really is a great feeling to realize that, you know, we're 5 months in, we've made it this far, we're doing a great job. I feel like I'm doing a good job. I think she thinks I'm doing a good job. I hope she thinks I'm doing a good job. But it's a great feeling to realize that, you know, we can actually do this. And, you know, hype yourself up. You be confident in yourself. You got this. So there's a recurring theme here. Number one, don't take everybody's advice. Take it with a grain of salt. You can accept it, say, okay, move on. It is what it is. Number two, at the end of the day, everything will be all right. You're going to figure it out. Your partner's going to figure it out. Your family's going to figure it out. Your baby's going to figure it out. And you'll be okay. You're going to surprise yourself. It's going to come to you naturally. Like I said, the manual will be instantly downloaded in your brain and into your body. And you will treat your baby and love your baby as they need to be loved. So to all my moms, all my soon-to-be moms, please let me know some things that you've learned, some things that you would love to learn. I would love to chat in the comments. Please also like, subscribe, and stay tuned for another video.